to the Content Bite.
Hi, Lynn.
Hi, Rachel. So nice to be back.
I know. Sorry that we had a little break there. I caught some lurgy that just decided to stick around for weeks on end and we couldn't record. We were planning on it, but we didn't want to subject you to my croaky voice. I sounded like the Kraken leaving the swamp.
Oh, no. Oh, you don't want to do that to yourself.
So, yes. But we are now in season 2, I think, aren't we?
Yeah, we're season 2.
Yeah.
Which is episode 1. And we're talking about mistakes you make with your online portfolio. You see a lot of websites,
I
Rach.
do. Oh, before we start, though, I think maybe we should say who we are. We're actually The Content Bite, a podcast for freelancers and people who use their words. If you're new to listening,
and I'm Lynn
welcome.
And I'm Lynn Testoni. I'm a content creator and a freelance journalist.
Rachel Smith. I'm a journalist, copywriter, and the founder of Rachel's List, which is a jobs board for creative people.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you see a lot of
I do.
websites. Yes.
Yes, because Rachel's List, the way that it works is you have to register as a job seeker and give us some details about yourself, including your online portfolio. So I'm in the position of seeing a lot of online portfolios, and I have done for years and years. So it's actually a really great kind of sticky beak into how other freelancers work and
how they advertise themselves.
Yeah, how they market themselves, how they put their website together. It's actually really fascinating to me. I will never not click on someone's portfolio who has it in their signature or, you know, on their socials, because I just really love looking at, you know, other freelancers' websites. And especially when you open it up and it's just an incredible website. You just think,
get
wow,
inspired.
you know? Yeah. So, but the flip side of that, of course, is I see a lot of real duds, actually.
Yeah, it's scary. And I've even seen ones, the worst ones are sometimes people who create websites. If you have a really bad website and you're promoting yourself as creating websites,
it should be
so
whiz
bad.
bang.
It should be amazing.
But it's actually the afterthought website that they've thrown up because they're so busy doing beautiful websites for other people.
It's like being in a mechanic's car.
Yeah. You drive the dodgiest one in the shop. Okay, so today we're going to run through a list of, a checklist, if you will, of mistakes that we think, you know, freelancers make on their website. And, you know, it might be, some of these might be quite easy fixes just to, you know, draw better clients in or just make your website more user-friendly or
And I think it's a good idea every now and again just to have a look at your website and just call it up and think, look at it as an outsider would and sort of see how it presents and what it appears to you and what somebody would see. Yeah,
absolutely.
And go through this list.
And I'm actually in the process, I've been saying this for years on the Gold Group, I'm doing my website in the next few months, and then I never do because I'm too busy with everything else in Rachel's List. But my website absolutely needs an overhaul. Like, it's very beautiful, but it's not at all kind of functional in the way that modern websites are, and it's got no SEO, it's not optimized, and it's really hard to update. So it's really time that I moved it to a new WordPress site. And
so you can update it yourself.
Yeah, and I just so that is really on my list. So this is a very pertinent episode for me as well, because it's going to inspire me to Okay, so let's start at the top of our checklist. Okay, I think first things first is when you're not clear about what you do, or you have kind of a vague sort of, you know, explanation.
Oh, yes, like people who work collaboratively with other companies to create synergies, and they don't say, so do you write? Do you photograph?
Just like, I would much prefer to go on a site and see, you know, hi, I'm Lynn Testoni, I'm a content writer and a you know, content strategist.
Yes.
Then I'm Lynn Testoni and I have a passion for words, and you know, words are my passion, and that's literally your mission statement. And I just think, well, what does that mean?
And all those mission statements aren't good for SEO either. You need to say that you're
Very
a writer
clear.
or a photographer, something really clear about what you do.
Absolutely. The other big thing, even more than that, is how it looks. If your website looks like you've thrown it together, it's a backyard job, the colours are all wrong, or you've got competing textures and competing images, or the fonts are a mishmash, you know, it's don't just go to a designer.
Yeah.
I implore you, hire someone. It doesn't have to cost you a fortune, you know. And if you're a bit savvy, you can do it yourself. You can do it on Wix. Lynn's done her site on
Mine's
Wix.
on
It looks
Wix.
great.
And I think if you're not a designer, Wix or Squarespace both really good, and use one of their templates. Don't create it yourself.
Yeah.
And WordPress, you can use a template, can't you?
There are
as well?
so many WordPress templates. See, WordPress.org is what I use because there's so many templates and so many plugins. So you can effectively do so much with a WordPress site if you're that bit savvy. But also, there's loads of developers who specialize in WordPress, and
Yes.
they can. Even if you can do the bare bones, but still you need someone to put the spit and polish on it at the end, I would highly recommend that.
Going with their template, someone with a design eye has already worked out nice fonts, nice ideas, and they've created it beautifully, and you just populate it. And
Exactly.
hopefully, if you're a writer, you can write well.
Yeah.
And if you're a graphic designer, you need to get somebody to write your words.
Yep, absolutely. I think the next one is a confusing navigation. So I'm actually got this situation at the moment. I've got a client that I'm talking to her about her new site, and she's asked me to do the copy for it. And her navigation, her pages say things that are nonsensical. It's like when you try and come up with a clever name for your navigation sections, your pages, it's just not going to work. People are going to get annoyed. They can't navigate through your site quickly, and they're going to leave. So you really want clear pages.
It's not the
about
place
us
to be really flowery or
clever. No.
Just simple.
Yeah, you really want to have a clear about us, what I do or services, my work or gallery,
Yes.
and contact me. Like literally, you can add to that, but you really want it super clear.
And if nothing else, I think you need an about me, work, and contact me. And even if that's all you do because you haven't got around to all the fancy bit, just having something up, that's all you need.
Absolutely. Fonts. Let's talk about
Something
funky
simple.
fonts.
Don't go, no cursive fonts. Nothing too clever, something really simple.
And just lose the 10 point. Oh my God, no. No one
Yeah.
wants to read a website that's in 10 point.
No, make it bigger. Go with something simple. It's easy to, and don't go with something fancy unless you're a designer, because you can get it so wrong, really.
Yeah, I agree. I also think that once your site is ready, you really want, and this is perhaps something you might want to do with a developer, is check that it works on every browser and that it looks great consistently across the board.
And on phones.
And on phones, check that it's responsive. All of that also really matters to Google. If your site is not responsive, I think that you can be penalised by Google, and it does affect your traffic. So that's a really good point as well. Also, can we please lose the music on websites?
Oh, so bad. And there's nothing worse, isn't it? Like when you're on, especially as so many people do it on phones, looking something on your phone when you're on a train and music starts.
I know.
It's so bad.
No, so no music.
No music.
We're not
Unless
fans
you're a
of music.
musician, then it's okay. Yeah.
But it should be playable. I still don't think the music should
Yeah, it shouldn't
start
be
up
automatic.
and-
No.
Because you might be
definitely
at
not.
work and then you're in trouble for listening to something. Okay, so using the wrong images, I think, and in this comes into the whole idea of, do you use an image of yourself? And if you do, should it be professionally shot? I
Yes,
think
and yes.
absolutely.
I do think it's good to use an image of yourself. I think it actually creates, people want to connect with a person. Unless you've got a whole big company, a content agency, they want to know they're dealing with one person.
Yeah.
And get a professional shot. In fact, I think if you have any photos, get them professionally shot, whether they're products, either buy them from a professional website or buy them from a professional photographer and get a proper portfolio and a photo of yourself. I think it's really important.
Yeah, absolutely. Some places that we would recommend is Teo and Jazz. They do portrait photos and they're great. Also, Fancy Boy Photography are really good as well.
And Alex, who's in the Gold Group.
Oh yeah, Alex
Whitelander?
Weltlinger.
Yeah.
No, have I got that right? We'll put it in the show notes.
Yeah, we will. So he's done a few portrait days where he
Yes.
shoots portraits all day, and that's quite good. A few people have used him.
Yes, so look for photographers that do those portrait days. We'll put all this in the show notes that you can pick up on the website at rachelslist.com.au. This is a big, big mistake and one that I have made myself, which I plan on rectifying. But, you know, I've been a freelancer for so long, and for so many of those years, I never got testimonials for one reason or another.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get them now, and I'm starting to go back to long-standing clients and ask them for testimonials. But not having any testimonials on your website, I think, is the biggest mistake, really, that a lot of freelancers make.
It is. And it's good to, when somebody says great work, you say, that's fantastic. Do you mind writing me a testimonial? So I get it at the time.
Yeah.
Yep. And also, I have logos for all the companies I work for. On my website, it says my clients, and you know that's the most commonly hit page on my website. So people go there, basically, who else did she write for? Are they impressive? Or are they in my genre? That sort of stuff. Yeah.
And sometimes that can be a way to show people who you work for, and to if your client doesn't want to give you a testimonial, because sometimes that will happen. The client will say, well, you know, you ghost that wrote that for me, and I don't really want anyone to know that. Or,
exactly.
you know.
I have one client who they don't do that. One of the corporate clients.
Yeah.
They don't give testimonials, but they're happy for me to have their logo on my website.
Exactly. So you could, that could be your, you know.
Certainly if you do a lot of content work, you don't get bylines. So it's just your word.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. Okay, so we're getting to the end of our list. I think really, really important. Oh, this is actually should have come right at the top, but you know, when you're too scared to insert your personality into your copy, you
Yes.
know, or you make your website so boring and straighty 180 that people are just yawning trying to get through it. When in actual fact, you're a super funny person, or you've got like a fabulous turn of phrase, or you know, write for a really unusual market or something. So you can bring in aspects of your personality into your website, and you should. I think that, you know, one of my favourite all-time books of the year is Company of One, the Paul Jarvis business book. And he talks about how you really have to try and be the pistachio ice cream of your industry rather than the vanilla, so that people remember you and they bookmark your website and they come back and hire you. So you really want to be the pistachio.
Be the pistachio. Yes, no, it's true, because otherwise it is, you get too boring and you get carried away.
Yeah. I think the really, really important as well to have that contact form on your website. But as a freelancer who is drawing clients into you, it's really important to make that a comprehensive form, not just a name, you know, email box. You want to actually eliminate some of the tire kickers here, and that's a really good way to do it. Like if you have pull down menus, where did you hear about me? What's your budget for this project? Please give me, you know, some information about your project in a couple of sentences. And people who go to the time of filling out your contact form and giving you that initial, you know, bit of info, that can be such a time saver, can't it?
Yes, no, it does. It's the same when you answer and make sure you have your phone.
Oh yeah, have your contact details.
Contact details, your phone number and your email.
Preferably in the top part above your navigation.
On every page.
On every page. Make it easy for people to contact you. And we're going to discuss lead magnet. We're very over time, but we're going to discuss lead magnets in another episode. But could be a really good idea to, you know, to capture your leads by having a lead magnet. So that's something to think about as well.
Like an ebook or something you download.
Or a tips sheet or a cheat sheet or something. But we'll go into that at a later date, once Rachel has done her website and has a lead magnet.
Yeah, exactly. So,
that's something for you for Christmas.
Something for me for Christmas.
You need to do a lead magnet.
I do.
Not to take you away from your book list. And
No.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
anyway.
I think that's it for this week. We'll put some show notes up on our website, on our Facebook page, which is The Content Bite.
Yep. Find us on Facebook or send us an email, thecontentbite@gmail.com. And we will see you next week. Thanks for listening.
Okay, bye.
Bye.